What was the last big thing you had to really give up? Was it a person? Maybe a precious item? Perhaps it was your favorite TV show. Hi, I'm Joel Wallace, and this is Story Lessons, where we're reframing the stories that you know. This week, we're looking at Power Rangers, one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show growing up. 5-year-old me could not get enough of Power Rangers. I would watch it every day on Fox Kids, and I wanted to grow up to be the Red Ranger. I also wanted to be Santa and Batman. But that's besides the point. I wanted to be a hero, and these guys inspired me. Power Rangers is a series based on Japanese footage from a show called Super Sentai. Here in the West, it's edited with scenes filmed to create the Power Rangers. Starting in 1993, the very first Power Rangers was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was a colossal hit here in America. It made billions of dollars. That sounds crazy, but there's something about teenagers in color-coordinated outfits that makes kids go crazy. I was one of those kids. Now, I never had any merchandise, but I watched it as often as I could. In fact, when 9/11 happened and we were sent home from school on that very scary day where we saw the smoke from Brooklyn, I watched Power Rangers Turbo the movie on repeat to keep the time. That's how much I love Power Rangers. Skipping forward from Mighty Morphin, we're talking about my favorite season, Power Rangers in Space. This season premiered in 1998. Power Rangers was actually losing steam, was very close to being canceled. Fortunately, because of how well the season was, this show is still in production till this day. As a 5-year-old kid in 1998, this was like the best thing ever. You had Andros, the Red Ranger, who was recovering from not only losing his sister, but his old team. And then you had the rest of the team, like TJ, Carlos, Ashley, and Cassie, who just left Earth on search for Zordon, the leader of the Power Rangers who had been captured. They all teamed up to become the Space Rangers. Now, mind you, they're all teenagers who are in space. Where are their parents? Questions that never get answered in the show. The main villain for the season is Andromeda. And spoiler alert, she's Andros' sister, who is kidnapped and brainwashed. The series finale is the final battle on Earth between the villains and the Rangers. Andros finally has found Zordon, but first he must battle his sister and her henchmen. Though the task is difficult, Andros succeeds, but there's a catch. Zordon is slowly dying. The villain who captured Zordon, Dark Spectre, has been poisoning him. Zordon, if you can't tell by now, is trapped in a tube and doesn't have much time left. He asks androids to break the tube and let his good energy end the battle and defeat evil once and for all.
How? Tell me.
Shatter my energy tube.
No!
Only the good energy from my tube can destroy the forces of evil.
Andros, at first, can't bring himself. Zordon is his master.
But Zordon, what's going to happen to you?
I will be gone, but my spirit will forever live in all that is good.
No, Zordon. We'll keep fighting. There's got to be another way.
There is no other way.
He's been on a hunt for him all season, and now he wants him to kill him, basically? What a waste. Or so it seems. Andros has lived a hard life. His sister was taken from him. He lost his old team, and he has become jaded with working with others. Though he is noble, he had to work through a lot this season, more than any other ranger. This season is basically his arc. His story carries the narrative of the wider story being told, and now he has to make a choice.
Goodbye again, old friend. Zordon, no! You ask too much. I can't do it. I won't destroy you.
Does he break the tube and save the day? Or does he watch his beloved mentor perish anyway? He makes a hard decision and sets Zordon free. All of the evil, at least in Power Rangers up to this season, is vanquished. The day is saved, thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
Because once again, the day is saved, thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, that's the wrong show. But actually, the day is actually saved by the Power Rangers. You know, this reminds me of something. In the Gospels, you got the big story. Jesus comes to Earth, he serves, he teaches, he dies. And in between his story, there's the story of Peter. Peter is a lot like Andros, or is it the other way around? Peter struggles a lot.
Depart from me. I am a sinful man. You don't know who I am and the things I've done.
Don't be afraid, Simon.
And he too has to make some difficult choices. No, Peter doesn't have to kill anyone, though that doesn't stop him from trying. Rather, Peter has to sacrifice some beliefs he has about Jesus. Beliefs he has about himself, his people, and the stories he tells himself. He was a good Jew. He'll live like a king with the Messiah leading the charge. And yet, like the Messiah, he died a terrible death. He had to sacrifice what was once precious to him for something great. Even Jesus, too, we can see that example. He sacrificed himself for our good.
What do you want from me? Anything you ask, I will do.
Follow me.
Sacrifice is not easy. You have to make some difficult choices. And sometimes there is no going back. And it does suck. Thankfully, we have someone even better than Zordon, who is able to give us power and make us park rangers. Okay, no, but we can be more than conquerors. What is something you've been struggling to sacrifice? What does it cost to give us something so precious? Share in the comments below. And as always, my name is Joel Wallace, and this is Storied Lessons, where we're reframing the stories that we know. Next week, we're looking at Pete and Pete, another favorite show of mine growing up. Like and follow Storied Lessons to all social media platforms, and go live out your story today. Believe it.